Hi, welcome back. Well, the Theater Guild didn't stop at what not to wear. We now have a night for jazz, and we have a guest. His name is David Bridges, who is a jazz musician who will be performing at the April meeting. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
So exciting. So what kind of jazz performer are you?
What?
Was that a loaded question?
It was loaded. I'm a singer, a storyteller, actually.
Okay.
And I'd like to share with you the stories of Fats Waller, Joe Williams, Jimmy Rushing. These were singers that came on the stage and told you of their life of the day and shared their dreams and aspiration through song. And how they took care of each other. We'll get more into it during the show, but how they took care of each other when they weren't in town. If guys who didn't travel, they always went by and make sure that the family had something to eat, or kids most of the time musicians had to be away during the holidays. So whoever wasn't traveling would go by and sit in with your family and be a surrogate dad or whatever they had to be to help the structure of the family and to get on with the music. And there was writers for a lot of the music that didn't travel. There was older guys that they didn't travel. But they wrote arrangements. And so, like, I know that you're coming back into town and that you're going to need a new book of songs. And we'll be doing some of the new books of the day through the 30s and the 40s, and showing music that was written by brilliant arrangers that people performed in those days.
Okay.
And stories of during the World War, they had musicians that weren't involved in that, but their support was to go and entertain the troops who was having a hard time, and you want to make them laugh and you want to make them remember. And some of the material that we will be doing will relate to those moments.
How long is your show usually last? Is it about an hour or 2 hours?
Yes, in this case, it's about an hour.
Okay, so you plan to get through all of that in an hour?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So do you lay out, I think I heard you say you kind of really do more of an impromptu type thing. So do you already have it in your mind which songs you're going to do, or like you said, is it just sort of a feeling?
I think, see.
I was listening.
Well, yes, we do have a format, but we'd like to keep it spontaneous when we get there on that day. There's a choice of thousands of songs, and if somebody, we do requests. If somebody asks for a particular tune, we have some great musicians with us. Ron D'Angelo, a great drummer, and he does lots of percussion stuff. And Alan Takahashi, who's a piano player. And more than that, he's a keyboard player. He does wonderful things.
Okay.
And then a couple of singers from the Theater Guild. Stella D'Annunzio is going to come up and sing some with us, and Jeannie Madigan is going to sit in and sing some songs with us. But it's just basically reminding people before they started babbling and screaming of telling stories through music.
Right.
And how we supported each other and doing songs of some great ladies who, Carmen McRae wrote some beautiful tunes. And a lot of singers, of which names escape me, that we will be doing some of their music. And Fats Waller wrote over 700 songs
Oh my.
that we knew. That I'm going to do a lot of his tunes.
Okay.
Because he would take a song and start on the 40th floor of a publishing building in New York called the Brill Building. Everybody bought and sold music. He'd start on the 40th floor and he'd play a tune. Gotta get my old tuxedo pressed. And then he would go down to the next floor and play that same song backwards. Be-da-boop, boop-boop-be-doo-da, and sell it again. And then he'd go down to the next floor. And by the time he got down to the bottom, he sold the same tune
Oh, funny.
35 times.
That's pretty creative.
Yeah, and well, he said his reasoning was, well, Beethoven did it.
Well, there you go.
You know, Beethoven, when he wrote the fifth, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, then he wrote 47 opuses or themes on that.
Right.
He says, if it was good enough for Mr. B, it's good enough for me.
Perfect.
And he sold so many songs. And a lot of them, that was payment. You know, a lot of writers would run out of gas and say, oh, I need a tune for this show. And he said, well, I need my rent paid. I'll take care of your rent. You got a tune for me.
Right.
And Fats would write him a song.
Great.
And so a lot of this music saved people's families and lives, and is how we went on through time and on stage. And this is what we're going to do, and to share some good music.
Sounds excellent.
In
And that's
April.
in April.
April
And
19th, the third Thursday.
the
I
third
believe.
Thursday. So we have our clip there. It has the dates, the 19th, like you said, and you will be performing for an hour with the same band you always perform with, or just different. I know you mentioned a couple singers.
Yes,
and some
those
of the
are.
other-
Yeah, this is using mostly people that live here.
Oh, right,
you know,
right,
or live close to here.
right.
I
Okay.
can't fly them in. I could, but I don't have the
We're
budget.
looking at a clip right now. So here you are
Oh.
performing in, you look like you're having a pretty good time.
Oh yes.
And so that was how long ago? Has that been a while?
About 4 years.
Okay.
Oh.
And then there you have someone that's
Yeah,
playing the
oh,
band.
Yes. Wonderful bass player. Oh my goodness.
And so your band for April 19th will consist of how many people?
Three.
You'll have three? Okay. And what instruments will accompany you?
Keyboards,
Okay.
drums, and bass.
And bass. All right. Excellent. Good. Well, it sounds exciting.
I think so.
And they can see that on April 19th. And if they are interested in you, though, your website is therightmood.com. Is that correct? Because that's what we had.
That one was for Phoenix, but this one is called, if they're interested in contacting me, it's Black Mind
Black Mind.
1306
Okay.
at gmail.com.
Perfect.
And please contact me and we'll tell you some stories of today, yesterday, and tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you. That is awesome
Thank you.
information. And good luck to you. I'm sure it's going to be a blast.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back after this with the Senior Center. Stay tuned.